Hi. Ahoy, Zolanius here. And as I said before, we are going to do this last extra stream of ours, playing Gobby McGobblenutz presents The Art of the Dead Joke Chapter 1. And yes, I know that the stream caption thingamajig is not this. I couldn't find this game in there. Anyway, this is made by Randoms Studios, which is kinda a gaming studio, game developing studio that makes games out of psychology papers, basically. Also, I think I kinda need to talk over the fucking music, so I'm going to reduce it a little bit. So, they kinda make questionnaires about psychology and sometimes survival. Neither of them are. What's your name? Mine's Zolanius. So they are not really professional about what they are doing. Not because it seems unprofessional, but because it is fucking unprofessional, even though they try to seem the otherwise. Anyway, let's get into it. I think we are going to do stuff. Before continuing this, please be advised that the level of cringe involved may lead to a series of ailments and impairments. Some of the symptoms may include, but are not limited to, insomnia, diarrhea, gastroenteritis, memories, paranoia, loss of appetite, gingivitis, hallucination of rabbit goats, addiction to pain thinner, memory loss, irresistible urges to sit on folding chairs, depression, anxiety, more anxiety, little more depression, loss of finger, memory loss, failure, laughing, and veiner shrinkage. The growth of veiner is not present. Follow the shrinkage, murder days, regular days, memory loss, heartburn, and what the fucks. Please proceed at your own risk. I'm going to proceed on everybody's risk. Hi there, welcome to Gobby McGobblenutz Epic's Emporium of Goblin Jokes. For those of you who are new here, allow me to explain what we have in store for you today. A sneeze is incoming. You see, I'm going to tell you a great deal of goblin jokes passed down through the generations, first told by my great-great-great-grand-Gobby, and all the way to my Gobbledaddy, who then passed them down to me. Now, why on earth would I share such pure pieces of comedic gold to the likes of you may inquire? Well, the answer is very simple, because you are a fucking goblin with an egghead. Gobby is very lonely and doesn't have friends. But fear not! For everyone we want to be friends with Gobby after they hear my super secret massively some epic Gobby jokes. Yes, as a matter of fact, we are going to make it into a little bit of a game. You see, every time you laugh at any of my jokes, I'm going to award you a point and record the number of times you laugh. Not only will this let you know how great of a sense of humor you have, but it will also boost Gobby's ego and give him such much needed self-worth and slightly above average confidence levels. Essentially, this is a test to determine whether or not you'd fit into the Gobby society, or if you'd be kicked to the curb like the inhumorous, unfunny scumbag you might be. Sorry, that was a little harsh. He made a sad face. Anyway, at the end of this test, you will be given your points total so that you may compare how great or how cringe your sense of humor is compared to others. Doesn't that sound fun? Give me jokes. That's the spirit. Mega points awarded for uncommon answer. Glorious. Ignore that part about it being uncommon answer. Everyone loves hearing Gobby's jokes, really. I'm back. Anywho, let's get started, shall we? Gobby is crazy enough for these funny bones. There we go. I found that there is two types of people in life. Those who can count and those who can't. That's a low ball. Oof. Tough crowd. 0 points awarded. I love the way the earth spins. It really makes my day. No reaction. So what if I don't know what Armageddon means? It's not the end of the... Okay, that was actually funny. Glorious. What's worse than ants in your pants? Uncles. Gobby had to learn that one the hard way. Okay, that was actually funny. Dyslexic man walks into a bra. Okay, I'm stealing that one. How do trees get online? They just log in. Heard that already. What's the best thing about living in Switzerland? I don't know, but their flag is a big plus. Glorious. I know I used to hate facial hair, but then it grew on. I'm fucking anticipating this, but it's still funny. I wanted to make a bat made out of watches, but then I realized it would be just a waste of time. Nope. If criminals took their own mugshots, what would they be called? Selfies. I don't understand this one. Oh, selfies. Ah, yeah, it's shit. I've been thinking about removing my spine. I feel like it's only holding me back. Ay, glorious. I never understood why manslaughter is illegal. Men should be able to love whatever they want. That ain't funny. Therefore, not having a sense of humor. I was fired from my job at the bank on my very first day. Someone asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over. No. I don't care what anyone says, the shovel was a groundbreaking invention. To the mathematician who invited 0. Thanks for nothing. No reaction. Oh. Would you like to hear a joke about construction? Well, you can't. I'm still working on it. Shit. Where does the general keep his armies? In his sleeves. Sleeves? In his sleeves. Ah. I thought I'd tell you a hilarious time travel joke, turns out you didn't like it. Uh-huh. Oh. There are a lot of jokes about unemployed people, but none of them work. I was at a restaurant the other night and the waiter asked me, hey, you want a box for your leftovers? Told them, no, I'm more of a restaurant. Nope. The past, the present, and the future walked into a bar. Things got a little tense. Oh! Oh, I get it, that's actually nice. Sorry, my nose is killing me. I accidentally gave my girlfriend a glue sting instead of a chapstick. She still isn't talking to me. Hey, how do you make holy water? Just boil the hell out. You know, most puns make me numb. But math puns make me even number. Do you hear about kidnapping at school? It's alright, he woke me up. He woke up. No reaction? My neighbor has been mad at his wife for sunbathing nude. I personally am on the I asked the librarian if they had any books on paranoia. They whispered they are right behind you. No. Most people get shocked when they find out that I'm not their electrician. My son asked me, Dad, are you alright? He said, no, I'm half left. What do you call a million rabbits walking backwards? A receding hairline. What do Alexander the Great and Winnie the Pooh have in common? Same middle name. For some reason, I can only handle 25 letters of the alphabet. I don't know why. Actual alphabet has 44 letters. It's the Hungarian. That is the true alphabet of them all. Otherwise, it's nice. My drug test came back this morning. It's negative. My dealer sure has some explaining to do. That's just it. Shit. My girlfriend is really mad at the fact that I have no sense of direction. So I packed up my things and write. Speaking of which, my girlfriend and I often laugh about how competitive we are. But I definitely laugh more. I was washing my car with my son the other day. He looked at me and said, Dad, could you please just use a sponge? People say they are worried that my magician friend is doing his disappearing act to them. But I know it's just a stage he is going through. I know anybody can get buried when they die. If you want to get cremated, you have to earn it. Work harder on your material. Say, do you know what happens to green rock when you throw it into a red sea? It gets wet. Duh. I know I really wanted to be a doctor, but I just didn't have the patience. I was once abducted by a group of mimes. They did unspeakable things. Someone broke into my house the other night and stole all of my antidepressants. Well, I hope they are happy. I broke my leg in 2 places, and you know what my doctor told me? He said, "Stay out of those places." My dog used to chase people on bikes. It got so bad that I eventually had to take his bikes off of him. His bikes off him. Do you know why a seagull flies over the sea? Because if it flew over the bay, then it would be a big. Okay. That's actually nice. I was sitting in traffic one day. Probably why I got run over. Tried to sue the airport for misplacing my luggage. I lost my case. My deaf girlfriend was talking in her sleep last night. Damn near poked my eye out. And once again, I'm sorry, but nosy nose. Yeah. Did you hear about the 2 thieves that stole the calendar? They got 6 months each. I like to spend every day as if it's my last. Staying in bed and calling for a nurse to bring me my pudding. A man tried to sell me a coffin today. I told him that's the last thing I need. Two goldfish are in attack. One looks at the other and says, "Do you know how to drive this thing?" Do you hear about the chameleon who couldn't change colors? He had a reptile dysfunction. Lance is a pretty uncommon name these days. In medieval times, people were called Lance a lot. And all plastic surgery used to be such a taboo subject. Now you can talk about Botox and nobody raises an eyebrow. Oh. I just realized it's because the Botox makes your face stiff. Oh. Yes, melt my brain, daddy. Make me do the ahego face. Or ahego. Sorry. Ahego. There you go. I can speak occasionally when my nose is not stuffy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What's the difference between an oral and a rectal thermometer? The taste. What's ET short for? Because he's only got little legs. I really want to buy one of those supermarket checkout dividers, but the lady behind me, the till keeps putting it back. 2 windmills are standing in a field when one of them asks, "What's your favorite style of music?" Which dog replied, I'm a big metal fan. Outside of a dog, a book is a man's outside of a dog, a book is a man's best friend. Inside of a dog, it would be too dark to read. I don't tell dad jokes of him, but when I do, he laughs. What's red and bad for your teeth? A brick. Almost amusing. What's the dumbest animal in the jungle? A polar bear. What does every tickle me moo get before leaving the factory? 2 testicles. My girlfriend left me the other day. Said I didn't listen to her. Or something like that. I don't know, that's what she says anyways. Nah. I still remember the last thing my grandfather said to me before he kicked the bucket. He said, hey, wanna see how far I can kick this bucket? Ah. I recently discovered that I'm terrified of elevators, so I'm taking steps to avoid them. I was also a little afraid of speed bumps too, so I'm slowly getting over them. Okay, that's not. Have you ever tried to eat a clock? It's very time consuming. What's the difference between ignorance and apathy? I don't know. And I don't care. What do an apple and an orange have in common? Neither one can drive. I had a priest perform an a demon out of your butthole for my house, but I never paid the bill. It's been repossessed. You know, whoever invented the knock-knock joke deserves a Nobel Prize. Don't you hate it when people answer their own questions? I do. 4 of my goblin buddies and I walked into a bar. You think one of us would seen it? To the goblin in the wheelchair who stole my camouflage jacket. You can hide, but you can't run. That is a factual thing, yes. Did you hear about the guy who had the whole left side of his body amputated? Yeah, he's alright now. I never wanted to believe my dad was stealing from his job as a road worker, but when I got home, all the signs were there. Nope. The furniture store keeps calling me. All I wanted was a one-night stand. No. eBay sure isn't what it used to be. I tried to look up lighters, and all they had was numbers, matches. I don't know about you, but I like to think of ATMs as a non-profit organization. Me too. I had 50 cents for every time I failed mathing exam. I'd have numbers by now. 9.37. 0 points. What did the old pirate say on his 80th birthday? I already know this one. Aye, matey. And I still like it. They all laughed when I told them I wanted to be a comedian. Well, they are not laughing now. That is true. I submitted 10 puns into a joke contest to see if one of them would win. No pun intended. Yesterday I was surprised to learn that I was colorblind. The news really came out of the purple. Can't believe my neighbor knocked on my door at 3 AM. Luckily I was already awake practicing my bagpipes. I wanted to exercise, so I went to the gym and hopped on the treadmill. I got some funny looks, so I started jogging instead. Nope. If you never tried blindfolded archery, you don't know what you are missing. Yeah, that's actually true. What happens when someone steals uranium? It becomes duranium. My girlfriend always yells at me for not knowing how to season food properly. I don't mind, though I take it with a grain of sugar. I just performed my first autopsy. According to the results... Moment. According to the results, the victim damage How do you get 4 old ladies to shout fuck? Get a 5th old lady to shout bingo. It made me smile a bit. Why don't bunnies make noise when they do the deed? Because they have cotton balls. I just want to know. Why aren't hallways in mental research called psychopaths? Friends are like trampolines. I've never had one, but they look fun. Hug you. My girlfriend treats me like a god. She takes very little notice of my existence until she wants something amusing. Speaking of which, I can't believe my girlfriend just called me old-fashioned. Especially with her ankles showing. The slut. Shouldn't say that about her. She almost dumped me the other day because she said I was the king of stupid comparisons. Man, she made me feel like a bacon sandwich on chemotherapy. I don't know if you know this, but Gobby grew up very poor. When I was a little goblin, my parents had to put holes into my trousers just so I'd have something to play with. What did Cinderella do when she got into the wall? She gagged. Not that my girlfriend asked me if I was high. I just laughed, uncontrollably, for 3 hours. Ah, well, I won't. Why did the sperm cross the road? Because I put on the wrong socks before hands. Why did Sally fall out of the tree? Because she had no arms. Knock knock. Who's there? Not Sally. My girlfriend recently started smoking during sex. Says so, the deed, yes. So we had to slow down and use lubricant. What's the difference between being horny and hungry? Where you put the cucumber? Nah. Heard it way too many times. What did the leopard tell the prostitute? Keep the tip. Okay, that's a nice one. I don't care what anyone says. Doing the deed while camping is fucking intense. Yeah. You got a point for that. What do you call a herd of cows masturbating? Beef stroking off. Doing the deed between 3 people is called threesome. Doing it between 2 people is called a twosome. Guess that's why they call me handsome. The other night I made my girlfriend scream during the deed. I probably shouldn't have called and told her about it. Sometimes Gobby like to experiment. For example, I tried to try the saxophones once, but the holes were too small. Were they though? I'm funnier than you. I spent 600 on a limo, but I didn't get a driver with it. All that money and nothing to show for it. Show for it, yeah. Bad pun. What's happened when the cannibal showed up late for dinner? His friends gave him the cold shot. Glorious. Did you hear about the cheese factory that exploded in France? There was nothing left but debris. I guess that's a cheese thing. My son asked me if I take his temperature, but I think he should just keep it. Have you ever heard the one about the 2 cellmates? They've been together so long they are finishing each other's sentences. Nah. If Priest became a lawyer, would he then be known as the father-in-law? I guess so. I brought a horse named Mayo, and sometimes mayonnaise. That's my funny bone creaking, by the by. You know, I was never good at telling dad jokes, probably because he often worked late. I don't know if you know this or not, but you can actually tell the gender of an ant by dropping it in water. If it floats, it's boy ant. Everyone talks about Murphy's Law, but I personally prefer Cole's Law. Especially when the cabbage is thinly sliced. I don't get it. 96 and 7 got into a fight. 7-1. Yeah. Two goblins were on a boat with 3 cigarettes and nothing to light them with. So they threw one overboard and the boat became a cigarette lighter. Okay, that's actually nice. Have you heard the tale about the knight who always gave up during battle? Yeah, his name was Surrender. I hate those people who knock on your door and tell you that you need to get saved or you'll burn. Fucking fireman. What did the caveman say when the big cat scratched him? Meow. Okay, that actually is depends on presentation, but if you do the sexy voice, it's kind of funny. Just because you did the sexy voice, even though you shouldn't have. I'm going with the amusing because you can make it work. How can you tell if you are caught in a freezing rain? It hurts like hell. I was gonna sell my Chewbacca cookies at the bake sale, but they were all a little chewy. I'm slowly trying to get to sleep. Oh. Took a selfie after my kidney reversal with no filter. What do you call a hot dog race? Winner takes all. Shit. A vegan once said to me, people who sell meat are disgusting. But actually people who sell vegetables are grosser. Because grosser. That's grosser, by the way. My brother couldn't afford to pay his water bill, so I sent him a get well soon card. The goblin at the Tuxedo store kept hovering around me, so I told him to leave me alone. He said, fine, suit yourself. Justice is a dish best served cold. If it were served warm, it would be just water. Ah! You got me there, champ. You got me there. Can I make puns about Mediterranean islands? Of course you can. Don't be silly. How long the jousting match last? Until nightfall. Why is the scarecrow so good at his job? Hey, it's in the gene. Hey, it's in his genes. Ah! Yes. That's my brain. Yes. I went to the zoo the other day and I saw a baguette in a cage. The zookeeper said it was bred in captivity. You get a point. What word starts with E and ends with C, and only has one letter in it? Envelope! Glorious. Did you hear about the guy who swallowed a ball of yarn? Shed a liter of mittens. Do you think pregnant ladies should worry if her baby is too hot? No, probably not. It's always at room temperature. Imprisonment is more than just a word, it's a sentence. I got fired from my job as a taxi driver. Turns out customers don't like it when you go the extra mile. Nah. I thought I won the argument with my girlfriend about how to rearrange the furniture, but the tables have turned. I was accused of burying clues in the cement, but they had no concrete evidence. Why do all hot dogs look the same? Because they are inbred. You know, it takes a lot of guts to be an organ donor. A weasel walks into a bar. The bartender says, "Wow, I never served a weasel before, what can I get you?" Pop goes the weasel. You know, if you rearrange the letters of postman, they get really mad. That is a factual information, yes. Why can't T-Rexes clap their hands? Because they are extinct. I can always tell when someone is lying. I can also tell when they are standing. Sure? Unfortunately, my obese parrot just died. But it was a huge weight off my shoulders. Okay, that was nice. Shout out to anyone who doesn't know what the opposite of in is. Oh! Yes, yes, yes. It just come to me because shout out to anyone who don't know the opposite of in is. Yeah. You got me there. When I was a kid, you could walk into a store with $1 and walk out with 2 gallons of milk, a dozen eggs, and a loaf of bread. Not anymore. There's cameras everywhere these days. I have kleptomania, but when it gets really bad, I take something for it. My girlfriend asked me if our kids were spoiled. I said no, I think most kids smell that way. Boing. Statistically, 6 out of 7 dwarves aren't happy. I think I missed that one. Do cannibals eat ramen or do they cook them first? I had a dream. I weighed less than 1,000 of gram. I was like, OMG. No, that's just straight up bad. The only thing the Flutter Society has to fear is the sphere itself. You know, if procrastination was an Olympic sport, I'd participate in the next one. What type of explorers never seem to get angry? Nomads. It's actually a little bit funny. What is the strongest band of cereal? Shredded wheat, bruh. Where you can find Tasty Mentos. On Tasty Man Feet. I'm not getting zoned in, guys. Guys, multiples. No, nobody is watching. Ah, yes, I'm doing this for my lonesome. Glorious. My daughter yelled at me. You haven't listened to a single word I said, have you? What a strange way to start a conversation. I gave up my seat to a blind person on the bus. That, my friend, is how I lost my job as a bus driver. A limbo champion walks into a bar. He has immediately disqualified. A lumberjack went into the forest to cut down a tree. He started to swing his axe at the tree when the tree began to shout, "Wait, I'm a talking tree!" The lumberjack replied, "And you shall dialogue." Yes, this is what I was wanting for. It has a lot of stuffing with the bad jokes, but the actual bad jokes, the ones that make your fucking brain melt. Yeah, I want those. I always wonder, do we dream in color or is it just a pigment of our imagination? Bad wordplay. As I handed my dad his 40th birthday card, he looked at me with tears in his eyes and said, "You know, one would be plenty." My friend keeps saying, "Cheer up, Gobby, it could be worse. You could be stuck underground in a hole full of water." I know he means well. Ah. Someone once told me that their dog could retrieve a ball from up to a mile away. But it seems a bit far-fetched to me. Yes, it is. Ah, I mixed up two letters in my dad joke and now the whole thing is urined. I actually want to sleep now. Congratulations. Where do they put army babies? In the infantry. Slice of upper pack cost $2.50 in Jamaica and $3 in the Bahamas. These, my friends, are the pirates of the Caribbean. My girlfriend ripped the blankets off me last night. Don't worry, I'll recover. After you die, what part of your body is the last to stop working? Your pupils, they dilate. My son keeps chewing on the live electric wire, so I had to ground him. My friends and I started a band called 999 Megabytes. We still haven't got a gig. Why do astronomers put beef in their shampoo? Meteor showers. And the other things, oh, fuck you, I don't give her enough privacy. At least that's what she said in her diary. My father has the heart of a lion. And a lifetime ban from the zoo. How do you tell the difference between a regular joke and a dead joke? When the punchline is apparent. Ah, there you go. It made a nice brain math and not the one that just makes me sleepy. The therapist told me to write letters to people I hated and then burn them. Now I just gotta figure out what to do with all these letters. That's dark, yo. Hahaha, that about wraps up chapter 1 of McGobblenutz family joke book. I hope you enjoyed yourself to some extent, and maybe sometime we can go out for a drink together. Maybe you can come back to Gobby's place and hang out. My bed is super comfy and I just installed a shower last week. The bathroom, not the bed. Oh. Maybe some other time then. I'm sure you are pretty busy and doing things and stuff. Yeah, okay, damn. Anywho, based on my records, it looks like you laughed a total of precisely 53 times. I can't really say that I blame you, to be honest. Well, anyway, I hope you come back soon. Maybe next time we can bust upon a chapter 2. That's where the really good jokes are. Oh, what's this? There's a little note stuck into the page, and it seems to have your name on it. Apparently the book has a built-in cringeometer and it spit out a secret word for you to share with others. What the hell is a cringeometer? People don't find Gobby cringy, do they? Well, anyway, you might want to write this down or make a mental note of it. It could come in handy. Your secret word is special. Well, that's nice. Congratulations, your decisions have unlocked a bonus joke. Huh, a bonus joke? Let's see here. Aha, I got it. Why did the hipster burn the roof of his... What? Why did the hipster burn the roof of his mouth? He drank the coffee before it was cool. No, I did not. Now get out of here, you filthy animal. That wraps up this chapter. Take care now, stay safe, and don't forget to tip your goblins. That was quick, actually. The secret word that you've been given today that will like outdoor games is extremely. These secret words will be used to unlock something bigger, more in depth, and it will be more important than you and the other players can be a major part of. Please keep a hold of your secret word, which was special, and share them in the comments. We'll matchmark. Your result has been based on many different factors and may vary with each playthrough dependent on your answer. Don't forget to leave your point total in the comments for us so you can get the recognition for your efforts as well as some pretty neat future awards in the works. We hope you enjoyed your experience, learned something or taken away something positive from this experience, even if it's a laugh, a simple smile, or exhalation of air from your noses that as you contemplate what you are doing with your life. If you'd be so kind as to leave a comment for us with your secret words, we take those and apply them to our main project, Chasing Demons. We will also be selecting some of the names including the characters in the Chasing Demons, which you can find on Steam and add it to your wish list for future announcements and release information. We'll also be taking your name from the comments and placing them in the credits of our upcoming RPG titles. Thanks for participation and support. You have more than thousands of names. You are not going to do that. We really truly appreciate you and we look forward to reading your words and thoughts. If you left your secret word for us in the other choices we read and maybe you didn't, we will always read every comment we get. You don't. If you would like to support us by playing our other projects and leaving your secret words for us and paying us money for these projects, then we would appreciate your money. Again, thank you so much from the bottom of our anuses, and we hope you got some form of enjoyment out of this session. Well, I'm kinda happy that it's over. Not gonna lie, I was expecting a little bit better jokes, but it was somewhat fun. But you are still here? I know Gobby said he wanted friends, but you really don't know when to take a hint, do ya? Gobby said goodbye 76 times. 46 times. Maybe I can tell you a joke that's so awful you won't want to come around anymore. Okay, here it goes. How do you keep an idiot in suspense? Fuck you. Anyway, that's gonna be it for today, folks, and we have finished our extra streams that I made because I downloaded these games. And I didn't want to wait for the Dying Light to end. I'm not going to do this anymore until I get myself into a similar situation. But yeah, I hope I'm going to see you back in my den. I was Zolanius. Goodbye.